I think that the side projects that are always the most successful are the projects that are solving your own problems. And then you can't lose if you do that, because when you build something like Vue or Laravel Forge and you're solving your own problem, even if no one uses it, you made your own life better. But the chances are actually that if you have the problem, I feel like probably thousands of other developers also have the problem, especially if it's like a daily frustration that you're encountering. So if you build your side project around that kind of thing and you're not trying to sort of solve this problem out of a vacuum that you're trying to guess at a problem, you don't really want to do that when you're doing a side project. I think you want it to be something that you're encountering every day that's just wearing you down, it's annoying, and if you can crack that problem and really make it easier for yourself, chances are thousands of other developers' lives are going to be improved as well, and it's going to be really successful. Every product I've ever launched, people have critiqued it. Almost like if you go on a site like reddit.com, like a PHP subreddit, JavaScript Reddit, every product I've ever launched, actually I would say most of the responses, or even half the responses, have been, I don't see a market for this. I don't know who's going to use this, or you could do this another way that would be better. But every time the product has been more successful than I expected, and none of that even mattered. Sure, there's a lot of people that it's not good for, but there's many more people that are just sort of the silent majority, that they just want a great tool that makes their life easier, and they're happy. Even the thing I launched yesterday, the first comment was, "There's no market for this." But I mean, I know they're going to be wrong, because there's already like 4,000 people on the waiting list, so there's obviously a market, but I don't know, man. It's crazy, You just can't trust that. You can't go off, internet comments or random GitHub comments. But I know how troubling it can be. Like, I've sat at dinner and been enraged the whole time I was eating at some random comment, but you just can't let it bother you too much, as hard as it is, and just gotta keep pressing forward, really. I think you should follow your own instinct for the most part, and you should always be mindful of who the advice is coming from. They're not really invested in the situation. They're just sort of throwing their 2 cents in, and sort of just another voice in the crowd. And you have to trust your gut a lot, because you're solving the problem. You've interacted with it every day, and if people are just sort of, it's really easy to give like an opinion. So if they're not invested, I wouldn't put too much weight in it. If you really feel strongly about it, I would say just push forward, and I think you'll get further than you might expect if you just trust your own instinct.